Hello, everybody. I'm Linda Yu, and welcome to another episode of Food We Love. Today, we're talking about food and drinks that we love with my guest, Sonnet Bernecker. Now, Sonnet is the owner of Chicago's first distillery ever since Prohibition. Wow. It's named Koval. It's located in the Andersonville and in the Ravenswood neighborhoods. Now, Koval is already 10 years old. It specializes in organic spirits, especially whiskey. Sonnet is here today to talk about how family inspired so many things, starting with the name Koval. How did that happen?
Absolutely. My great-grandfather left Vienna at the turn of the century, said, I'm moving to America, and he came to Chicago to start a family business not too far from where Koval is now. They gave him the nickname Koval, which in many Eastern European languages means smith or blacksmith, but in Yiddish it means someone who forges like a blacksmith ahead, like he was doing.
And takes a really different step.
Absolutely, almost a black sheep in the family. And my husband, who's our master distiller and architect of a lot of our products, he learned how to distill from his grandfather, whose last name is Schmid, which also means blacksmith. So it was an homage to everybody.
It all fit together. All right, so you've got this company already 10 years old, growing like crazy.
Yes, and we're here.
And you're here, and you're doing great too, so we're happy about that. And family is so important too. In fact, some of the products, okay, so we've got some of the bottles here, all right, with the different products, but some of the products are named for family.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, beyond the name itself, Koval, we have a new line of brandies called Susan for President, named after my Aunt Susan, who was a marble sculptress, bon vivant. She was an amazing artistic personality. One of the things that she would do was run for president of the world every year.
Sure.
And you know,
everybody's aunt does
that,
right?
Exactly. And so her campaign materials every year would have a new slogan: "Up with fun" in '91, "I'm with you" in '92, "Love Alive" in '95, and unfortunately, she passed away of breast cancer. And my sister, who owns the design firm Dando Projects, we were talking about what we would do for our brandy line, and she just found one of Susan's campaign cards. My Aunt Susan stood for everything: beauty, fun, love, joy.
There's a stewed prunes dish.
Yes.
Okay. Dessert.
It is a dessert.
It's a dessert.
Absolutely.
Okay. That is made with this.
Yes, we drizzled that on top.
Okay. So
absolutely.
Tell us about it.
Sure.
How do you do it? Okay.
So first we take about a cup and a half of red wine, and then we take a cup of the bourbon.
Okay.
One could also use
of your bourbon.
Yes, of the bourbon. One could
or
also
you could
use this.
this.
Yes,
okay.
Either one works beautifully. Then we take the prunes. About a cup of sugar. I'm not into a lot of sugar, so I think a half a cup works beautifully. Then we have star anise and some cinnamon.
And it all goes
into a pot. Yeah, but stews about 30 to 45 minutes. One could add a little more liquid if one wants a little more syrup, but it allows the prunes to get all juicy and soaks up all that goodness.
So when it's all done, it's like this. Okay.
Absolutely.
Can I try one of them?
Oh, please.
Okay. Try one of them.
Yeah.
It's really juicy.
It's very juicy.
So I can't talk right now because it's really juicy. It's really good.
Absolutely.
You would think I would learn. Okay. So while I'm eating this yummy prune, make the dessert first.
Absolutely. Okay. So one can build it. We start with some of the prunes, and then we would put it in. One can use crystal glass, a wider glass. It depends on the look one's going for.
Okay.
And then you take some mascarpone cheese.
Yum.
Yep, and you add that in there.
Okay.
And then, usually you would build this.
So
this
it's
would be
kind
a
of
little
layers,
hot and warm,
Okay.
So, and then you build it in a little bit.
So that's warm, then it sort of melts
the mascarpone.
It melts the
mascarpone, absolutely.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, and then we've got that. And then what we do is we can take a little bit of the syrup.
The syrup
first.
that comes from cooking
yes.
it. Okay.
And then we can drizzle that on there.
Is this rich or what?
Oh, it is.
Okay. Right.
And then a little bit of the
Susan for president.
Exactly. And we can just drizzle that on because a lot of the alcohol burns off, in the cooking.
So add a little more.
Absolutely.
Right? Put it back
That's
in
what
there.
I
okay.
say. So,
right.
And then we can add a cookie, there, and one could add, if one wanted a little bit more of this, obviously. One could do that. That goes really well with the cookie.
It's just beautiful, too.
There you have it.
Love it. Okay, so gorgeous. All right, we're going to do that. Now, you also will make for us.
Absolutely.
Okay. And what are we going to call this drink?
We're going to call this drink Up with Fun.
Okay. All right.
That was
Because
my,
thanks,
that was,
Aunt Susan.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Susan.
okay,
Yes,
all right. So,
that was her
what do we
slogan.
need?
So first, normally if you're making just one, you do 2 ounces of the bourbon,
Okay.
and half an ounce of vermouth, half an ounce of the rosehip liqueur, and then some bitters
Okay.
on the top. But I'm making 2, so I'm
Okay,
just going to
so
double
let's.
that.
So we start with
yes, the bourbon.
Okay. Go.
Absolutely. So.
So while you're doing this, talk to me about what's the difference? What are the ingredients it use? What has made Koval grow like crazy and become so popular? Because
Absolutely.
you know, people say, well, why would I buy Chicago bourbon?
Right. There are many reasons.
Yes.
The
Okay.
first being that we've pioneered a new style of distilling in which we only use the best part of the distillate. So all of our products, whether it's our bourbon or our gin or our brandy, only
Right.
uses the heart cut of the distillate.
And what does heart cut mean?
It's the purest ethanol that comes off the still.
Okay.
It comes off in 3 parts from the still. The heads, they'll make you go blind and crazy.
Okay.
We don't
Ew,
use those.
okay.
Then you have the heart cut, which is the best portion. It's the brightest, cleanest essence of whatever it is you've distilled,
Okay.
whether it's prunes or corn and millet, like
Sure,
our bourbon.
right.
And then the tails are the long ends that come out afterwards, and they sort of taste and smell like a wet dog.
Yeah.
So we do not use
You
those.
don't use, ew, right, ew.
And so that's actually somewhat revolutionary because a lot of large companies, they're making millions and millions
And
of
they use
gallons.
all of it.
They don't use the heads.
Okay.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah,
But
okay.
they certainly use the hearts and a lot of the tails. And it creates an interesting product that does mellow in barrels. However, the way we do it is very clean, very bright, and it's really the best part of the distillate.
And it's all local stuff.
Yes,
right?
all of our
Stuff
grain.
is the technical term, right?
Of
Yeah.
course. All of our grain comes from a cooperative of organic farmers.
Uh-huh.
In fact, our bourbon, the corn comes from Illinois. This is the most Illinois spirit you could probably
Right.
purchase, and all organic corn. And it's also probably the most unique bourbon in the world because it's corn and millet. So we like to use alternative grains, which is something else that distinguishes Koval Distillery from a lot of the other distilleries.
Yeah, because I noticed in some of
Yeah.
the bottles, because the bottle will say, like, one of them, what did it say, like oat?
Yes, or
bran
millet,
right.
exactly. And these
Okay.
are not your usual suspects when
Okay.
it comes to grain. So we like to do things very clean, very bright, very true to the essence, but also unique. We
Okay.
want to do something
So that's why
fun.
people who are really into it have embraced it
Oh,
because it's different
absolutely.
taste. Okay, so next we put
Yeah,
in.
so then we put in the rose hips. So we've got that, and then we'll do the vermouth.
And the vermouth is over here.
Yes.
Okay. All this smells so good.
I know. So we'll stick that in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we
and then
got
we'll do
that.
the bitters.
And then some bitters.
Yep.
Okay.
And we can just.
Oh. Okay, we got all that. And
All
then.
right. Then we stir it up.
All right.
Okay, and then
Are we ready?
we are ready.
Okay. All right, so let's put this out.
Sure.
Okay. It's such a pretty color too.
I know,
Huh?
yeah. There we go.
Okay. All right. So we've got that now, and then.
And then
wanna add
we're going
this?
to garnish. Absolutely. We can garnish it with one of our
Yeah.
stewed prunes.
And it's called
Up with
Fun.
fun.
With Fun. Okay. We're going to find out how much fun all of this is. Okay, we've asked some of our my coworkers here at the Sun-Times who surprisingly have said, "Yay, I'll volunteer," and we're going to ask them to come in right now. Okay, here's Maddie, and here's Satchel,
Here go
and here's Mary.
Sure.
Okay, and we're going to let you guys taste. You're going to let Sonnet know what you think.
Oh, that's really good.
Oh yeah.
Really good.
Awesome.
I love this.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And Mary? Yeah. So you can find the cocktail recipe for Sonnet and the stewed prune recipe. That's on the Sun-Times website, along with lots more of our Food We Love videos. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time. Bye. For this yummy recipe and so much more, go to the Chicago Sun-Times website. The address is right here on your screen.